So the Game Awards have come and gone, and alas, no announcement of Mortal Kombat 12 or Injustice 3 or really anything by Ed Boon at all. And I think for the majority of us, we felt like, he told us there was nothing coming and nothing came. There were a few of y'all that were still holding out that, possibly just maybe he might surprise us. I even saw people on Twitter Twitter and Reddit kind of going through some scenarios about how he could possibly surprise us, kind of like I did for Mortal Kombat 11. But nonetheless, nothing happened. But thanks to Ed Boon and one of his, more common now fireside tweets is what I'm calling them, where he's kind of ask me anything. We kind of have a more confirmed idea, confirmed with a K, about the state of Mortal Kombat 12 and when we could possibly see it, which could be next year. Let's break it down. So I want to give a quick shout out to Athathini on Twitter, who kind of summarized all these tweets together in various categories and kind of gave screenshots. So I really appreciate him for doing that because it makes my job easier. So first up, let's talk about what kind of is going to be the story of the game, because we already know Mortal Kombat 12 is going to be confirmed. So it's going to be the characters and story of the next Mortal Kombat game are already in the works / done, and since Ed has been giving yes or no to multiple characters, that means they've already had the story written, else he wouldn't have been able to confirm nor deny the characters. So some of the tweets in question that basically the people asked and Ed answers were, will Mortal Kombat 12 pick up where Mortal Kombat 11 left off? Straight answer, yes. So there we go. So more than likely he's talking about the Liu Kang ending right after Aftermath. One of the next questions was, can you bring Tanya back in Mortal Kombat 12? We can, stay tuned. So Tanya is a fan favorite and we got a glimpse of her in Mortal Kombat 12, so why not keep that going? Next up we have, will Stryker and Cassie return? Again, he says stay tuned. So Cassie, of course, is one of the Mortal Kombat kids, the next gen characters, and so Stryker is a character that we've kind of been puzzled as to why he has not been in the games, but he was last seen in Mortal Kombat 9, so now he's also going to make a return. So it's good to see that happening. Next up we have, will you bring back Motaro? Stay tuned. So we know that from kind of previous, I think in Mortal Kombat 12 at the crypto from flashbacks, we know that Motaro is teased, so now we possibly will have him actually be a character that we can actually play in the game. So another summarization of tweets that the thing he has is, the next game will not be of an Armageddon style or story. A remake from Mortal Kombat 9 is unlikely, while Shaolin Monks for PC is not out of the question. Mortal Kombat 1 through 3 remasters will happen as standalone games as a director's cut, and if they remaster a game, it will be the 3D era games as 2D style. Very, very interesting. So let's kind of break down some of those tweets. So we have, will we ever get Armageddon 2? Not likely. I think with that particular storyline, it kind of was used as a reset, so there's no need to really do that. We also have, I want to play Mortal Kombat 2011 on my Xbox Series S, but it's not available for a digital purchase. Can you make it available again? Ed responds with, we would have to remaster it. That's not a small job. Plus, we would need to add GGPO, and that's not a small task. So we've talked about how Mortal Kombat 9 would possibly be one of the remasters of the game. A lot of people have wanted to see that come back since they already have 10 and 11. So obviously that'd be a game that they would probably want to do. Let's see. The question is, so if you could remaster the 3D era, what would that's the question. I personally would like to do something different. Imagine MK5, 6, and 7 in 2D. That's very interesting. So why not make the 3D 2D, right? That's very interesting. We've seen some of the fan-made games for Mortal Kombat where they've kind of taken some of the 3D characters and the more of the 2D dynamic that we're used to from Mortal Kombat Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, the trilogy, kind of in that 3D style. I see something like that happening, which I'd be totally down with. Let's see, it says, Mortal Kombat 30th Anniversary Collection of older games anytime soon. Ed Boon replies with no, but meaning to make a director's cut release of Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and Ultimate, not just in a press. So that'd be kind of interesting to kind of have them a full featured set of what Ed Boon and team actually intended for the games to be. I'd be down for that. So the next set of summarization tweets from the Thinny says, as for the characters so far, Motaro, Cassie, Stryker, Tanya, and Tremor are stay tuned, while Reptile and the other 3D characters are likely, Drummond is a no, and Cabal, Melina, Scarlet, and Serena are can't tell. Sub-Zero will also hopefully find defeat Scorpion in a trailer. So for those summarization of questions, go ahead and go over those. So he says, will Sub-Zero ever beat Scorpion in a trailer? Ed replies, yes. Before I die, yes. The next tweet says, will Striker and Cax return? We have stay tuned. Can you bring Tony back in Mortal Kombat 12? And we'll back. So we went over those three. Let's see. Likelihood of seeing Reptile again soon. Good. I know Reptile's been a fan favorite. He's been on many lists that I've covered on this channel. So it's glad to see that Ed Boon will possibly take it seriously this time and actually bring him back. Let's see. We have, will Scarlet be in the next Mortal Kombat? Can't answer that. I think it really kind of depends on the story. If it's really pertinent to the story that she does return, that's kind of where I feel like they're going to go from there. So this is where the kind of details start to get really juicy as far as when can we actually see Mortal Kombat 11 or Mortal Kombat 12 as far as announcement, release, etc. So the next summarization of the tweet says, the next project is coming in 2023 with the announcement coming in 2023 as well within the next 6 months. The next project is also not a collab as Marvel didn't okay DC versus Marvel and Ed said no to Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat. There you go, guys. Sorry about that. I don't know. That was one of the things that, you know, a lot of people wanted was a DC versus Marvel game from NetherRealm Studios. Even some people wanted a Mortal Kombat versus DC 2. Even people wanted a Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat, which I would have been down with. I think that'd be a fighting game of the ages, right? Well, let's kind of go over some of the summarization tweets that were picked. So are we going to get anything for New Year's? Like literally anything on or before New Year's? No. So now we know. Nothing for this year. Nothing's going to happen. Can we see an announcement within the next 6 months? Likely. What's interesting about that tweet is what's in 6 months from now? E3 2023. That's right. E3 is going to be back and it's going to be in June. So it's likely, using Ed Boon's term, we could possibly see a Mortal Kombat announcement. That would be totally awesome. Now, he doesn't specify whether it's going to be, you know, this guy that asked the question, whether it's an announcement for Mortal Kombat 12 or another Mortal Kombat NetherRealm Studios project. But nonetheless, something Mortal Kombat will be announced possibly in 6 months, maybe at E3. It says, is there going to be a reveal next year? Signs point to yes. So again, we have something coming for 2023. We do not know if it's specifically Mortal Kombat 12 or a remaster or, you know, the director's cut set or whatever they're going to be, but we know something is coming Mortal Kombat related next month. A reveal, not a release, a reveal. Will we get anything new from NetherRealm Studios in 2023? I can't answer that, but he puts 23 in the letters for answer to kind of, you know, insinuate and tease that that's yes. Can we get a release window for the next project? I really shouldn't 23 answer that. So again, he's saying that we could get something, but again, we do not know what this next project is. We do not know, right? It could either be Mortal Kombat 12, which I don't think is likely. It's going to be probably one of the smaller things like the remaster, possibly the DC. I mean, the Mortal Kombat 5 through 7 as a 2D. That would be kind of cool. I'm really down for that. So something like that. So those are some tweets that Anthony summarized as far as related to Mortal Kombat 12 or another studios project from NetherRealm Studios. And I think from there we have our best look going forward to what we can expect from NetherRealm Studios, Ed Boon and company. And I'm excited. I've been saying all along on this channel that, you know, due to the restructuring of Warner Bros. Discovery, it's going to make it a little bit uncertain times right now as far as an exact, you know, release schedule for Warner Bros. Games, specifically NetherRealm Studios, if it hasn't already been in the pipeline. So any Mortal Kombat and Injustice project has not been previously discussed in, you know, as in a pipeline for release, so it's always in development. So I don't think anything's going to happen this year, which we already got that confirmed. I don't think it's going to happen next year either. I think it's going to be 2024 before we see Mortal Kombat 12. I actually probably also kind of think maybe 2025 we're kind of pushing it. Just kind of depends on, you know, if they do an announcement or reveal in 2023, assuming June, it could be later. You're again talking about either the next year or the following year, because a lot of games that are coming out now, while they're being announced and then, you know, the release date's like maybe the following year, maybe the same year, but I don't think so. Sometimes they're getting pushed back and postponed for, you know, once they get feedback from early gamers are like, nah, this is what needs to change, stuff like that. But I think in particular to NetherRealm Studios, as I've been saying on this channel, you know, with David Zaslav and company trying to restructure Warner Brothers, I think potentially to possibly spin off for another sale, maybe to NBC Universal, that really doesn't, you know, leave a lot of time for this to happen. So I think if they're going to do announcement reveal, it'll be 2023, nothing until 2024, maybe after April or 2025. But what do you think about these tweets? Does it get you excited for Mortal Kombat 12? Love to hear comments down below. That's it for this video, guys. Enjoy the like button. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time on the Mashup.